Brothers and sisters, the last 10 nights of Ramadan is the last opportunity that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives a believer in order to take advantage of the blessings of this month of Ramadan. We could have had a terrible 20 days. Yes, that's quite possible. But the last 10 nights can make up for all the difficulties we've had in the first 20 days. I know myself, I was not well this Ramadan. And so I am looking forward to these last 10 nights to catch up on stuff that I missed in the first 20 nights. So my brothers, my sisters in Islam, these last 10 nights, not just to mention the topic of Laylatul Qadr, but the fact that all deeds are by its endings, the fact that the Prophet ﷺ spent these last 10 nights in itikaf, the fact that these last 10 nights the Prophet ﷺ said that this is itq min an-nar, that this is actually freedom from the fire, the fact that these last 10 nights we can actually catch up with all the deeds we've missed. Ya Ikhwani, anyone out there would not ever dare to waste these 10 nights. If you need to take holidays from work, do so. If you need to take time off your business, then do so. If you need to find a way to get to Makkah, Medina, do so. If you need to find a way to get into a good group, into a good masjid where you can do i'tikaf, or you can find a place where you can do qiyam al-layl as well as taraweeh, then do so, my brothers and sisters in Islam. This is the last opportunity, final stretch. And actions are by its ending. So therefore, if you finish off Ramadan with a brilliant 10 days, well, alhamdulillah, what has been in the past will be forgiven for you. There's a couple of deeds that you can do, which I would suggest in these last 10 nights to accelerate the good deeds. Number one is feeding a poor person. This is something which you cannot, take lightly in the month of Ramadan, because the Prophet said the best of sadaqah is to feed somebody. Another narration, the Prophet said, in the Hadith Qudsi, he said, except for fasting, for indeed fasting is for me and I will reward it. Which means that Allah says that fasting is for Allah. Do you know what the meaning of this means? This means that all other deeds can be taken away from you on the day of judgment if you've hurt somebody, wronged somebody, taken money from someone, not paid your debt. For example, people can take your good deeds away. People can take your hajj away, they can take your sadaqah away, but they can't take fasting away. Why? Because fasting is only for Allah. That's the meaning of Inna sawmu li wa ana ajzi bih. Fasting is for me and I will reward it. So how do you increase in the number of fasts? One of the easiest way to do so, it's difficult to keep fasting every day, isn't it? So one of the easiest way to increase the number of fasts is to feed a fasting person. And this is a great opportunity. Take advantage of Ramadan for fasting, for feeding a fasting person. Don't let go. At the very least, share your sandwich with someone else. At the very least, offer dates. Offer dates, offer food when you're sitting around or you're going to the masjid. Be the one who is serving. Get involved in helping feeding fasting people, and you'll be the recipient of this. Second thing being the masjid itself. Attach yourself to the masjid. When you attach yourself to the masjid, anything good will happen. Yeah? Only good will happen, because you don't fool around in the masjid. You don't do sins in the masjid. You pray, you read the Quran, you do i'tikaf, you hang around good people, you talk about Allah. Only good things happen. You do khidmah of others who are in need. So as a result, in the last 10 nights, attach yourself to the masjid. Attach yourself. And the last thing, the third thing I would advise you to do in the last 10 nights is the Quran. Month of the Quran. And this is your opportunity to stick to the Quran. Last 10 nights, you can catch up as much of the Quran as you can. Or if you read a small amount, then at least ponder on its tafsir and its meaning. Or if you can, follow the tafsir that I do, or the tafsir that is available on YouTube for others. My brothers and sisters in Islam, this month, these last 10 nights, use it to come so close to Allah Azza wa Jal that your heart will find repentance and penitence and regret for what has happened in the past, because of which you will come to the 30th of Ramadan and you'll be praising Allah because Allah's mercy has come down upon you and you have been forgiven and you've been written down as one of those people whose necks have been freed from the fire. My brothers and sisters in Islam, with that, I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to bless us with the month, with the night of power in the last 10 nights. Ya Rabbi, Ya Allah, give us that opportunity of catching up to the people of the past who lived for thousands of years with a night of power. Give us the ability to stand up the night of power in ibadah. And that can happen if you stick to the masjid. That can happen if you do good deeds. That can happen if you make a firm resolve. I'm not going to let my last 10 nights go to waste. Jazakumullah khair. I hope that helped, inshallah ta'ala, and you have this renewed vigor and energy and spirit within yourself to take advantage of these 10 nights, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.